You're here today because you were arrested for the charges of attempted kidnapping, attempt in vehicle burglary with a battery, destruction of evidence, and battery. You're represented here today by Donald Lickeback. Mr. Lickeback?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, here we are at IA. I think the first responsibility of the court, after advising her of the charges, is to review the charging affidavit. I've looked at the charging affidavit, and I would argue to the court that the facts recited in the charging affidavit are insufficient to argue a case of attempted kidnapping, a case of destruction of evidence. What it does allege, factually, is a case of battery, and maybe with a stretch, this attempted vehicle burglary with battery, if you argue that these facts support an attempt to enter and batter. So, much different charges than what the police wrote up. The officer, on his own volition, wrote no bond on this charge. Second responsibility of the court today at initial appearance is to address the issue of pretrial release. I provided the biographical data on Mrs. Nowak for the court's information. Obviously, she has no previous criminal history, and in this regard is an excellent candidate for pretrial release. She is employed at NASA at the Johnson Space Center. I have been in communication with the legal counsel at the Johnson Space Center as recently as this morning, and her commanding officer, Colonel Steve Lindsay, whose card I placed on the bench in front of you, came to Orlando last night, and he is in the courtroom today. If the court has any questions with reference to her position at the Johnson Space Center, it is our intent that once a reasonable bond is posted, that she will return to Houston and the Johnson Space Center. They are quite supportive in this circumstance.